Hi, everyone. I hope you are doing well. We are back for some more Christmas horror stories. So, I got nothing. Let's just get into it. The first story we are going to do is called Happy Thanksgiving. And let's just see. After mom died, dad became quite strange. He doesn't spend as much time at home as he used to. I assumed it was because he started working a second job. But when I inquire about his plans, he claims he's going to see some buddies. Now that Dad's favorite holiday, Thanksgiving, was approaching, I was hopeful he'd feel a little better. But it was our first Thanksgiving without Mom. I recall my younger brother and I assisting Mom in the preparation of dessert. It was a carrot cake with tres leches. I probably said that wrong. Sorry, guys. I was unsure who would prepare Thanksgiving dinner or dessert because Dad was never the chef. Of course, we could always order food, but I don't think Dad would. Thanksgiving drew closer and closer, but Dad remained silent. When I asked Dad what we were doing for Thanksgiving one night before we went to sleep, he simply grinned and told me not to worry about it. I was beginning to believe that Thanksgiving might not be held this year. I didn't mind too much. I understood if Dad didn't make it to Thanksgiving. All I wanted was for my younger brother to be fine with it. After a few more days, there was no mention of Thanksgiving. My brother and I had pretty much accepted the fact that it wouldn't happen this year. Then there was Thanksgiving. Everything went according to plan until Dad returned home from work. He told my brother and me to get dressed. He explained that we were going to his friend's place for Thanksgiving when I inquired why. This surprised me because he had never addressed it before. At the very least, Thanksgiving was taking place. We hopped in Dad's car and drove over to his friend's place. When we arrived, there was a wonderfully cooked turkey, bread stuffing, cranberry sauce, and roasted potatoes on the table. Everything appeared to be in excellent condition. Dad sat in the seat in front of us. Dad's friends arrived not long after that. I'd never seen any of them before, and I'm not sure how my father knew them. I never really inquired about his buddies. There were 4 people there. 3 sat down, and 1 sliced us all portions of turkey and placed them on our plates. He was the last to set up his dish and take a seat. That's when things started to become strange. He addressed us as his children and instructed us to begin eating. I had a slice of turkey and a few potatoes for dinner. After that, I began to feel strange. I felt nauseous. My vision became hazy, and some of my dad's buddies collapsed to the ground. When I looked at my brother, I noticed that he had also fallen. I turned to my father and inquired as to why he had done so. He gave me a friendly smile and continued, "You don't get it, do you? We'll all be able to see Mom again, including me, you, and your brother. Just hang in there. It'll be over shortly." I could feel myself fading away, my vision became blurry, and I collapsed to the ground. It's been quite some time since I've seen Mom. And that's the end of that story. They don't tell us shit. They don't tell us nothing. There's not even the end. I like some of them stories because they're like, the end. And I'm like, oh, awesome. So at least I know. Well, anyways, we're at 4 minutes. I think we have time to do at least another story, at least, right, guys? Okay, anyways, this story is called The Spot Under the Bed. It's now happening every night. I can hear it breathing when I'm lying in bed. It used to be quiet, but it's now unbearably loud. When I ask my father to check beneath my bed for monsters every night, he always chuckles, looks under my bed, and assures me that everything is fine. I don't think he's looking in the right direction. I can hear the monster, and I'm certain it's there. I checked myself, but I'm worried about the consequences. I'm not as strong as my mother and father. I'm confident they'd be able to defeat the monster. I heard it scratching at my floor last night. I needed to go to the bathroom, but if I stood up, the monster would have eaten me. As a result, I had to pee in my bed. Dad became enraged, and I was about to tell him that there was a monster, but he wouldn't believe me, as they never do. My mother walked me to school after I took a shower. When I told the pupils in my class about the monster, they all said they'd never had one before, with the exception of Robert, who said his father fought the monster out of the house. I asked Robert whether his father might assist me, but he told me that his father had retired from monster wrestling and that I was on my own. Night fell quickly, and I found myself in the same situation as before. I begged my father if I could sleep with him and Mom since I was terrified of monsters, but he told me I was too old to believe in them, so he wouldn't allow me to sleep with them and didn't check my bed for monsters. I truly wish he did, because then he might have noticed it this time. I lay in bed, attempting to fall asleep with my back to the ceiling. That's when it begins to work. The suffocating breathing, the suffocating breathing. It was louder than it had ever been. I'm not sure how my folks missed it. Then something unexpected happened. Its sharp, chilly, claw-like hands were slowly clutching at my torso. I attempted to yell for aid, but couldn't get anything out. It extended its hands up my body, reaching my upper chest. From beneath my bed, I could hear growling. I was terrified and had no idea what to do. I felt the beast slowly taking its hands away from me. I couldn't stop thinking about how lucky I was that the monster didn't eat me. It was eerily quiet for a few moments before the heavy breathing resumed. I just wanted the monster to disappear. I didn't want him any longer, and I didn't want him to come back. I felt his nails on my flesh once more. They progressed from my foot to my thigh, then to my stomach, and finally to my chest. When it laid its claws on my chest, it made it difficult to breathe. I didn't want to deal with any more of this, so I just wanted the night to end. Its claws crept closer and closer to my head. The heavy breathing became increasingly quieter until my room was entirely silent. I was hoping to go asleep now that the monster had finally settled down. Then came the sound which disturbed the silence. Snap. My neck had been broken by the beast. When my parents see what the monster did to me, I'm not sure if they'll believe me. The end, guys. Okay. These are just some pretty horrific stories. Anyways, if you guys liked my video, please give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe. And as always, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. I see my new subscribers. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. And I hope you guys have a fabulous day. Thank you. Bye.